Veteran's Voice, sponsored by Bakersfield Mazda.
The world will stop to mark the 82nd anniversary of D-Day on Saturday, June 6, 1944. More than 160,000 Allied troops, including 73,000 Americans, stormed ashore at Normandy on the coast of France, in the water and in the air, to begin the final assault that would ultimately end the Second World War in Europe. It remains the largest amphibious landing in history. There will be several ceremonies to mark that occasion. And the number of World War II veterans, as you can imagine, is dwindling now at an alarming rate, with the VA projecting around 31,000 will still be living by the end of 2026. Then you have guys like Everett Williams, approaching his 102nd birthday, still flying high, just like his tour in a bomber high above the Pacific.
And the crowd's all, yeah, clapping for me. That embarrasses the shit out of me.
Everett Williams was drafted into the U.S. Army Air Corps in 1942, training to be a gunner on board a B-29 Flying Fortress. He was welcome anywhere in that bomber except the cockpit.
They didn't want me up there because every time I get up there, I wanted to fly the plane.
But all that changed during flight training in Texas when he was moved to the new B-29 Super Fortress, and his assignment altered from Europe to the South Pacific.
The wingspan of a B-17 was 85 feet. On a B-29 is 114 feet. It's a lot bigger target.
His unit was stationed on the island of Guam.
All my combat missions were against Japan, and from Guam, where I was stationed, to Iwo Jima was 700 miles. Then it was 700 more miles up to Japan. And I flew 27 missions against Japan, which was more than what you need to be.
In his first mission, Williams was part of a bombing raid on a fuel refinery, but they never made it back home, having to land at Iwo Jima.
We flew in there with 2 engines shot out and had to stay there until we could change the engines.
Williams was a blister gunner on the side of the fuselage and was credited with 1 enemy kill in 27 missions, a twin-engine Japanese fighter.
I shot his engine out. The engine fell out of the airplane, and I swear it was still running as it was falling.
Everett was also part of the first daylight bombing run over Tokyo and was awarded the Distinguished Flying Cross. But he said it was his final mission that he called the best of his career. After Japan surrendered, his bomber flew 10 tons of supplies to a prisoner of war camp to aid American POWs. The plane had to come in low, skimming the tops of trees to ensure that U.S. troops would get the supplies, and it worked with 1 casualty.
POWs got the supplies we've given them, but it killed one of the guys that had survived the death march. And I didn't find that out till way after the war.
Williams was discharged on December 7th, 1945, 4 years after the attack on Pearl Harbor.
And Everett Williams was part of the 50th honor flight to Washington, D.C., one of the few remaining World War II veterans to make that trip. As for the rapid decline in the number of our older veterans, the VA also predicts that there will be less than 1,000 World War II veterans still with us by 2034. The monthly Honor Flight Breakfast brought together more than 100 local veterans with family, friends, supporters, and more on Thursday. Several organizations were on hand announcing fundraising efforts that will benefit the 54th Honor Flight, which is set to leave Bakersfield Monday, September 21st. They include members of the BHS and Frontier Honor Flight Clubs, the Black and Gold Baseball League, Centennial High School baseball team also held a fundraiser, and Kern Valley State Prison donating $6,500. Now, it costs $1,500 just to send 1 veteran on the honor flight.